Today's video is going to be about your eyes, your peepers. And last week we did one about lips. And
we're in the same clothes. We're filming this
back
to back.
We're filming back to back. So I'm going to kick it off today and tell you kind of my go-to eyeshadows, because that's where I start, is with my eyeshadows.
We're helping you build your eyes with what you like.
Yes, so we're building from the base up to the lashes. So the one set of eyeshadow that I really like and I'm drawn to, and if I'm just going to go out to the grocery store or just like everyday kind of stuff, I just want it neutral, I don't want to do anything crazy, I use this Nars All About Eve. And they're just, yeah, all about
Pretty
Eve.
neutral.
Of course we love the names. Yeah, they almost look very similar there.
Yeah.
There's like a darker bronzy color and then almost like a pinky bronzy color.
Yeah.
And I use the darker color on my lid, like all over my lid, and then I use the more pinky color when you're looking at it on the right. I use that in my crease. So it's very subtle. It would be good for the office if you have more conservative office. You don't want to be like crazy glitter eye girl.
Or roll-on glitter eye
or
girl.
like
That's scary.
blue. You cannot do that for work. Like it needs
No.
to be, I mean, unless you work for an artsy company, then maybe whatever.
And you do
But
it well.
yeah, and you know what you're doing. You're not going to look like you're 12 putting it on, right?
Slumber party.
Exactly. And then you have your frosted lip gloss. Like, we're not talking about that. Clown cheeks. Mm-mm. So this is just very au natural way to do it. And before I move on to the next look, I do want to share like the 3 brushes that I use.
How do you put this face on, girl?
Exactly. You definitely want to invest in some good brushes because it's something you'll have forever. I love Laura Mercier. I love her makeup stuff too.
Love her brushes.
And her brushes are very nice. So this is the Laura Mercier. You can kind of see it's a flat guy with a little bit of a arch. This is the all over eye color. That's what it is. So you just put it all over. And then the crease brush I use, which is the Laura Mercier Eye Crease. There you
It's
go.
like she just tells you
She's telling you what to do.
how to do it, where it goes.
That goes like a windshield wiper between your eyes. So those are the 2 that I would use for, well, I use them all the time, but I would use for those 2 colors. And then if I want to take it up a little bit, and I wear these to work sometimes too, I, again, obsessed with the Marc Jacobs palettes. This is the Lolita palette, and I will kind of zoom in a little. You can see the pale color here.
Neutrals.
But the color I use is the second one from the last. I use that all over my lid, and then I use this soft brown in the crease. And you can even do this in like the arch of your eyebrow, the really light color.
Ooh, yeah.
If I want to get a little crazier, the middle color is really shimmery and sparkly. I wore that like on Christmas and Christmas Eve and stuff. And then if I want to do more of a smoky eye, I'll use this bronzy color here.
Yeah.
The other cool thing is there's this like dark, rich brown, almost black color. And I use that as eyeliner. So you could use this whole thing to do your eyes.
Call it a day.
Call it a day. And then the brush I use, actually I use a less expensive brush for this, is an Ulta brush, and it's their eyebrow brush, but it's like angled.
angle.
You can see that. And it's a little bit softer than some of the typical eyeliner brushes, which is why I like it, because it bends a little. And I just like get water, wet it, and keep it in this like little kind of painter's palette in the middle of your thumb and your pointer finger, and I just line it.
And you're working with such a delicate area that you want to make sure if you're going to use eyeshadow as an eyeliner with a brush that it's not a harsh one, because you can really damage those really delicate parts of your under eye.
Totally.
And your lid is a little bit more
Forgiving.
forgiving, totally, but the under eye is just, you don't want to.
It's true. So I'm not really an eyeliner girl as much as I am. I always use some sort of powder to use it. And then the last one eyeshadow I want to mention, because this Stila does not get love for their eyeshadows, but let me tell you, Stila's eyeshadows are amazing. They're super duper. Yeah, no one ever talks about it, but they're reasonable, and they're super duper pigmented. I mean, my favorite one is Kitten, and sometimes I'll even wear this alone. Yeah, it's like Kitten. I can't believe I just did that, but This one's really good, like if you're gonna go out. It is a little more shimmery, but it's kind of like a bronzy shimmer. I'll see if you guys can see that, kind of, sort of. It's really pretty. It looks good on everyone. So this is a very good, like,
it's a nice neutral.
Huge reviews on this one.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
On the subject of eyeshadows, because I don't really wear eyeshadow, I just own really just the Naked 2 because I was like constantly seeing everyone talk about it. It has all of, and I love Urban Decay, so it's by Urban Decay. It has all these really pretty neutrals. Again, I don't really use it that often, so it's not like super well loved because I'm just not an eyeshadow girl. I mean, when I lived in a sorority, I had girlfriends do my eyeshadow for me if we were going out. It's just not my jam, and it's totally fine. But when I do wear it, it is great because you can layer it. There's plenty of other YouTube videos. There's Pinterest people that show you a go-to, and they're like, this is for your crease. This one's for your brow. This is this, and they just break it down. So if you're someone who's not a super eyeshadow girl like me, let someone else break it down for you, or play around with it because it's neutral, so you're really not going to go like too extreme with it anyway, but you can get a nice smoked out eye too.
And there's a lot of colors in those Naked palettes. They have 3 of them. Yeah. Go to Ulta or Sephora and see what colors they have and what you're drawn to. And then, like she said, YouTubers just like us, there's
all the time.
Girl, Tiffany, MakeupbyTiffanyD, and she like is in the camera and shows you exactly what to do. That's not really our shtick, but she's really good at that. And like she said, on Pinterest, they'll show you like the
they'll
kit.
Break it down.
Yeah, they'll say like put this here, put that there. So that's really a lot of how I learned. Yeah, and so don't be scared. Just try it, and like try it before you go to bed. That's what I used to do. I would try it before I went to bed, and that way,
yeah, that's a good idea.
Or before I washed my makeup off, and then I could wash it off if I was like, wow, that's not right.
Island 5. Trying to put on mom's makeup.
I look scary. It's not Halloween.
Been there, done
I look like Carrie from that scary movie, and this is trying to be a smoky eye, but it looks crazy.
It looks, yeah.
So that's a good. And then who else do we? CescaDarling. We mentioned her before.
Yes.
Check her out. She's hilarious, and she's a makeup artist, and
she breaks down the brushes.
Yes, all that good stuff.
Yeah,
and then mascaras. Do you want to talk about your mascaras or liner? Actually, liners.
Liner for me. Yeah.
She likes liner.
She's the eyeshadow lover. I'm the liner lover. Like I own more liner than I do eyeshadow. It's my jam. People have tried to change me on it. Don't you dare, because I'm a black eyeliner girl. So my best friend actually recommended to me a liquid liner by Stila. It's their like all day, everyday wear. It has a felt tip. It's very slim. It creates these really amazing lines. And I have always gone back and forth between like a cream pencil and a liquid liner. Always kind of weird about the liquid because it's like this weird pot, and if you like sneeze or if you hiccup or if you like your hand gets unsteady, it gets crazy. For some reason there's such a great handle and you feel kind of like an artist because there's the felt brush, kind of get in the zone, and it creates this really high impact line. I also have it in this really pretty olive green.
Ooh, that's pretty. You can see that too.
That's like so gorgeous, which is great because I have hazel eyes. Yeah, as Kelly just lovingly mentioned. But they do like really, we keep talking about high pigmented, and it stays on. I have had so many that whether they say all day, they really aren't. This does not move. So if you want to do a really cool cat eye, or if you just want to get up under into the spaces,
like the tight lining,
the really tight lining, it is perfect for tight lining. So if you want to do a powder and then you want a tight line, you can do the eyeshadow as it, and then you can tight line with the Stila all day liquid. It's a godsend. I will never go back.
So that's cool that you brought the Stila too. I mean, I'm serious. Stila.
I brought the Stila.
Yeah, people always talk about the Urban Decay and the Chanel eyeshadow, all these eyeshadows, and people never talk about the Stila's.
Stila's doing something right. Because I used to use an Urban Decay 24/7 glide on that says it doesn't move, and I'm sorry, it does. And
I've heard that.
And I just, it's great for if you want to do a fun color, same thing, but really get it to stay, really tight line. Stila's the way to go. I also really love this rim liner. It's an inner rim liner. It's by Tart, which is a matte. I know, Kelly, this is like life changing and you're experiencing it right now. It is great too because Tarte is a company that does like cruelty-free testing. They use a lot of natural products, plant-based, fruit-based, that sort of thing. So it is nice for your eye, such a sensitive area, that you're using something that's not really harsh. But this is, it's kind of like the color of concealer, kind of. And you just get right in to the very inner rim. I have some on right now.
I can see that.
They say it's like you look like you got 8 hours of sleep. Like it's a way to open up your great way to open up your eyes in a really awesome way. So I just line underneath. It's nice too if you don't want to wear eyeliner but you want to look really rested. It's magic.
Yeah, I've heard that. And I have one, but it's a little bit thick, so I haven't been using it. So I'm gonna try that one because that one's nice and thin.
I recommend it to so many people. Yeah. Tell me.
My favorite, my obsession, mascara. I love mascara. I have to say I've probably tried almost every mascara out there.
Yes.
However, I want everyone who watches this to tell me your favorite mascara because if I haven't tried it, I need to try it because I'm a freak about mascaras. Although I don't like waterproof mascaras.
I don't either. It's really tough to get off. It's harsh.
Yeah, it's just, I can't do it.
I can't either.
But.
And have you found, like, mascara seems to be another thing with women that we have tried hundreds. One person has a favorite that another person can't stand.
Yep.
That, like, so in us swapping our favorites, it's still like keep trying, keep going until you love what you love, because mascara is like a hard thing to nail down.
It is. It's a very hard thing to nail down.
Women.
Well, because everyone has different lashes. Some people have short stubbies, some have, they're blonde but they're long. Like everyone has, or they're thick and full so they don't really need as much. So it is a very personal thing, but I still want to know because I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed.
And I'm open
with
to always changing mascara.
Yes, I am too. I always want to try something new.
It's a very non-committal thing.
It is, and I've lately been trying. I have 3 that I'm going to talk about. You know, I always like to do the high-low stuff for you girls out there. But my new favorite that I landed on that I can't be without is, we're giving a lot of love lately to Smashbox. This is the Smashbox Photo Op Eye Brightening Mascara in, I'm sure it's black because I usually get black, or black is black. This has this similar brush to that Lash Blast one. It's a spoolie. It's not the rubbery brush. This is like the real the classic brush. I tend to do like a layering of my lashes. Like I almost like when my mascara is like a month old, because I like to like dry it out a little. So like I'll wipe it on a tissue or something. So
this is a fun tip.
Yeah, so I get in there first just to kind of get all the lashes, and then either I go back. Either I do a second coat with this. I don't even know if I would call it coats because I'm just like in there going back and forth. So a lot of times I'll do this, and then the second one, which this is new, is the L'Oreal Voluminous Butterfly. You guys have probably seen a lot of ads about this. This is awesome. But I use it as a second coat because it is a little bit wet, if that makes sense.
Oh, that's such a cool brush. So it's slow.
The brush, and there's like little, it's a rubbery, the more rubbery brush. It's little on the back so you can get these, but then it's got these like flared out. So after I do this first thing,
it's like a butterfly.
Yeah, it is. The lashes are, the brush bristles are like that. So you can really like flick them up. This is really good stuff. I mean, and for the price.
I'll try that.
Another one that I use that I got recently, Ulta carries, this isn't L'Oreal, what is Lancome now? This is called the Oscillation Intensity Mascara, and this again is black. It vibrates. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. And it's not super wet. Usually, it's like, so this one I use as well. I don't usually use I did use the Vibrate the first couple times, but really didn't do much for me. It's supposed to be like, you know, you're supposed to like go back and forth.
Do it yourself, but
this will do it for you, whatever. But it's dry. It's drier than a lot of the like
super wet. The butterfly was pretty.
That was pretty wet. That's why I use it as my second go around, but I like the dry ones first. Yeah, and this is that rubbery brush. It has a little bit of an angle, but so this is more of the high end, but
Speaking of high, because you know I'll do it.
I haven't
This
tried
one
yet.
has very quickly become my jam. This is YSL. It's in a freaking gold tube. It's called Babydoll. And it's really cool. It's called the Volume Effect Babydoll. This is just their black. It is, I don't know why I love it so much. It's that rubbery brush, very, very tiny bristles.
Tiny bristles.
But for some reason, it grips all of mine and just like pulls those babies up. I like it too because I always hit the under eye. Always. I know there's some people that don't, but that is like
that's
my thing. That's my jam. So it's great because it does have the shorter. I can get right in there and not, knock my upper cheek.
Yeah.
While trying to put it on.
That's why I like this one.
Yeah.
This has that lower.
They give you the options. So I love this
awesome.
guy. It stays on. It doesn't like, I've had some mascaras that get up in this like top part of your lid, and then you're talking and you're like, why didn't anyone tell me that I have like full on crazy brushes up there?
Mascara dots.
Yeah, no one's being kind to me with those. But anyway, this is phenomenal. More recently, in my BirchBox, I feel like BirchBox, you're doing some good stuff because
BirchBox is nailing it.
I'm digging what you're putting down. This one, for all of my lovers of the all natural, this one is called 100% pure, and it's fruit pigmented. It's black tea and fruit, which does the coloring.
So kind of a stain, probably.
Yeah, it's kind of more of a stain.
Like this.
And it smells like black tea and like blackberries.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that
It's
cool?
a good smelling mascara. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
so this one, it is a thicker brush.
I like that
It's still the liquid, more of that bristly brush, whereas the other ones were mostly rubber. I like this too because it really saturates it. I've been using it as like a first or a second layer to the YSL Babydoll. I'm just loving experimenting with this one. I haven't had any problems yet, so I'm digging it.
I like that.
Yeah.
So that's Tart.
Yep.
By Tart. Yeah, which I think you can get at like Ulta too. But yeah, check out BirchBox, guys. I mean, I turned Leah onto it, I think.
Yeah.
Which I didn't turn her onto it, but I was like, you just need to do it. It's $10 a month. You get this box.
I conceded.
You do.
I love it.
And everyone gets different stuff. Like we're always comparing. Like, what did you get? What did you get?
I didn't get that.
Totally. And I have found with almost every box I've gotten, I'm like finding a new favorite. It's crazy. Like that Staniac I showed, and yeah. So they've been rocking it for sure. Well, thanks for watching, guys. That's our eyeshadow liner mascara.
Just quick trip.
Well, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you guys soon.